It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Saints and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt. It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll start with a run by Tracy. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. It's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused. And some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, Young. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big game. And a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Young. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Young. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Young. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd down, Young from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down, Saints.
Here's Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Young. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Down inside the 10. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. It'll be Young again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Young. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Throwing, Young. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Saints will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pushing his way through. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards to pick up there.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game. But there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007. That season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. It's Young off play action. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Young will set to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll play fake. Now Young.
Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 7-7, our score after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On to give, it's Tracy.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Young.
He's got Otten.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Young now. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. From 8 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a first carry here for the running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Back to throw now on first down.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 43-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level.
That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
The Saints on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This one taken in by Otten.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Running left is Tracy.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, here's Tracy.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 2.
Young. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Tracy.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Right back to Tracy.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Looking to throw, Young.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the...
Touchdown! George Pickens
from 4 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Another catch there for Waddle.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50.
This 2nd and 4.
A 50-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get it back out to you guys in just a minute.
But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys matching up with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, it's been as tight as we expected our game to be, all even at the half. Who will go on to the divisional round? We'll find out as we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, the Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Young. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Inside the 20.
And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown.
Jaden Reed
from 6 yards away.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing, Young.
Got an open man, it's Pickens.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Young from the shotgun. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They're going to look to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't. But for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll accept that penalty.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's Tracy.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
To throw, Young.
That's complete to Wicks. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Young.
He's got this complete to Robinson.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
To the air once more, Young.
He's got Otten. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Cade Otten from 8 yards out. And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's 2nd and 8. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now Young. Robinson's got it. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
On the run is Tracy.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll go again with Tracy.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Young to throw it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
On the ground, here comes Tracy.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Tracy, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3.
Young will set to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Young to throw it. That's complete to Robinson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now here's Young. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Young now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Now it's Tracy.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup facing 3rd and goal.
Now Young. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 36-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
In motion right comes Reed. They'll look to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw, Young.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Young.
Finding Pickens for another catch. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tracy.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Right back to him on 1st down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, it's Young.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Throwing, Young. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Here's Young.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Here we go. This is 4th down. Young.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here.